Hello, Diana Vickers.
Hello, Jack Guinness. How are we?
I'm really well.
Good.
I'm really happy to see you.
Happy to see you always. Tell me something, what's going on in your life?
Well, just life is crazy.
It is crazy.
Life is lifing.
But we said we don't want to moan about it to the universe because we want this and we're grateful for it.
Well, it's very easy when you're tired, isn't it? To go, this is too much. But I wanted a full life, so I don't want to be ungrateful. I want to say to the universe, more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whilst having a lot of self-care.
Absolutely.
Having a little cry in the bath, never hurt anyone.
Absolutely. You've said this before.
I love a cry in the bath.
You have mentioned cry in the bath.
I find baths funny. One of my favourite jokes is thinking about people on Comic Relief that sit in baths full of baked beans, shaving their eyebrows off.
Oh, wow.
There's something about sitting in a bath that does tickle me and make me laugh. It's one of my go-to gags. But one thing I do is I put loads of salt in the bath. I feel like you're quite hippy-dippy. I feel like it's quite a conductive magic thing.
I do like that. I do put salt in the bath, and I love watching Sex and the City in the bath.
Aren't you worried about the computer falling in and electrocuting you?
I do it on the sink, so it's quite a way away.
I don't want them to find you.
Yeah, I know, it wouldn't be great.
And Sex and the City would still be playing under the water with Samantha making funny lines, going.
Absolutely, yeah, I know.
And you're there, hair on end.
And then, but like a bath person, sometimes then it freaks me out that I'm led there for ages, and I'm like basically in my own
filth. Well, how dirty are you when you get in?
Well, not that dirty, I guess. But like after a while, do you know, like it gets a bit quite hot and fussy after a while.
Right.
And then you're adding tears in the bath if you're crying.
Yeah.
I do listen to music. I've had many a breakup, so I've got in the bath and I'm sat there and I'm listening to music and I'm crying with candles. And
Sorry. I don't know why that's so funny. Oh, that's so sad, Dana.
And it's very like, stuff Jan Stevens is playing and Bon Iver, forever.
Bon Iver. I've never heard
ago.
a northern person say Bon Iver before. How'd you say it?
Is it I say Bon Iver.
I don't know. I say
Bon Iver.
I say lasagna.
Lasagna, whatever.
Something's wrong with me.
So so you've been crying in the bath, but you're grateful.
Yeah, I've been crying in the... I've been crying in the bath, but I'm grateful.
Good for you, girl.
I do love our chats. The WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening? Because I've seen your phone pinging as you're talking to me.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Okay, right. We've got a message in the group chat, but I'm trying to figure out whether this is like real or not because I think it's a bit bonkers.
I'll decide this.
She'll be the judge of that. Okay. Hey, had a big binge of your podcast and love it. Having a bit of a nightmare with the boy at the moment, so thought I would see what you make of it. Been seeing him for 9 months now, and it was going well until he was looking at an old photo dump and saw one of me with an old boyfriend, someone he immediately recognised, who'd been in the news and on telly for having the biggest ever willy. Ever since, he's been acting weird. How do I get into something stupid? That guy was way too big to fit me. And I only saw him a few times, so it shouldn't even be an issue, but he doesn't believe me. Don't want this insecurity to end things, but don't know how to get through to him. Tony.
You're on your own with this one.
Wow. I mean, it is slightly intimidating, I guess, but then you're being honest about them being way too big and you didn't really have pleasure, like the sex wasn't really pleasurable. And so... I think you've done all you really can there, and if you keep bringing it up, then that's just going to be awkward. There is an elephant in the room.
All right, Alexandra Burke.
I think I brought that over from America.
Getting onto the idea of current boyfriends being jealous of old ones, I always think it's in the past. So you should kind of they're choosing to be with you, so you could kind of just get over it.
You just sort
do you
of
understand that?
I used to do that. I used to get really hung up on people's exes, and I've dated people in the past that their exes have been in the public eye, and I've not liked it, and it's like freaked me out just because you're stood by a bus stop, and then like their ex goes past on a bus or something, and you just
Michelle McManus goes by.
She goes by. Love that woman, and it's like I don't like it. You don't like the idea of the ex, do you? So seeing it everywhere is quite.
Well, that's a lot.
It's not great. So yeah, but I think that this is hard because it's almost like I don't know, a masculinity.
Yeah, it's emasculating. I think let's not give her advice because she's done nothing wrong.
Absolutely
Let's
not.
give him advice. What would you say, Diana?
I'd say the past is the past. She didn't even know that you existed.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But like, you weren't even like alive to her. Like, she just focused on like it was years and years ago. Also, she's not told you that. You've got this. You've looked at an old photo dump and then gone and done your little research. You know what I mean? And actually, she didn't want you to know that. And obviously, she's saying to you that she didn't even enjoy the sex. So think about that.
Well done.
You maybe have a really great penis.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that you do have a good penis. I'm getting good vibes. There's nothing better than the boyfriend penis, is there? It's a good penis. Anything else that you want to add?
No.
Yeah, no. Done. Okay, one last message. Hey guys, so I've been with my partner for a good while now and I really do love them. But lately it feels like we're like roommates than a couple.
Ooh.
Most of our evenings are just watching TV, cooking or doing chores. And I can't remember the last time we did something that actually felt romantic or exciting. I don't want things to fizzle out, but I also don't know how to bring it up without sounding like I'm unhappy. What's one small step I can take to change that?
If you have an issue, you do something about it. You don't have to bring it up necessarily.
No.
Do something romantic for them. It's the best thing. Romance is so underrated.
I know.
If you feel that spark has gone and you're just doing chores, do they live in like a Victorian workhouse?
Chores. It's very like
chores through me.
Get home to do the chores before Papa gets home.
Yeah, like I pictured them with like an old kind of washboard in a river.
Yeah, with like
cleaning
some sort of like
smocks.
hat on.
Yeah, absolutely, with a bonnet on.
Yeah,
but like a Victorian one. Yeah, so I would say, do something romantic. You bring the spark back.
Yeah,
take matters into your own hands, and by all means, it's good to talk about stuff, but sometimes there's nothing less romantic than talking about things not being romantic.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Take action. Also, I'm a big believer in like physical touch as well. Sometimes when you're having a fight or you're feeling separate from someone, just touch them, hold them, embrace them.
Yeah, even little things to make, say you're really, really tired from work.
And chores.
Yeah, you've got to do these chores. You know, what about, I love coming home. I mean, like, lighting a candle. Candles are sexy.
You won't shut up about candles.
I love a candle. I love a candle.
It's quite easy. If I pissed you off, I'd literally just get you a candle.
Yeah, just buy me a candle.
I could do anything.
I'd be so happy. Light a candle, putting a bit of like sexy music on. Like, I make playlists, especially for boys, that when they come over, the like lovers that I've had.
Do you?
Yeah, and like,
what's number one track? What's the first one?
I don't know, like a bit of Marvin Gaye.
Sexy.
So
not like Bewitched and Right Said Fred.
No, right. Cigarettes after sex.
Yeah.
Just put something on. It's about creating the atmosphere, because I do know that if you've lived together for a while and you do come home from work and you might not want to go out.
I've got a good tip.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. You don't have to go out. But I think when couples live together, you get so used to each other that you don't have the big reveal anymore. You just see them like looking gross, then they go in the shower, then they progressively get more attractive as they get ready. Get ready separately and meet out. And then you get to see them with fresh eyes again. And you're like, oh, that's the person I fell in love with.
Yeah.
But also I agree, like not necessarily grand gestures. I think there's nothing more romantic when I come home, my boyfriend's cleaned the flat.
Yeah.
I know it's a chore.
It's a chore.
But it makes me so happy and it makes me feel seen. And as you said, everyone has a different love language. So work out what your partner's love language is and then fulfill that in a romantic way. Absolutely. I love romance. I think we don't talk about it enough.
I love romance. I really need to be with someone that's super, super, super romantic.
Diana,
do you
think maybe me and you should just...
We should have... This is it. Exactly. There we go. Although I don't like to clean.
Right.
So...
And I'm a homosexual. But
exactly.
Apart from
that one slight detail...
The cleaning.
That will be the big issue. Yeah.
Well, I think we've solved their dilemma.
There we go. I think so. You're welcome. Okay, so we have a listener on the line that wants to chat with us called Beth. She's got a little problem that she would like some help with. Should we get her on the line?
Love to. Hello, Beth.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Beth. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you both?
We're good. We're excited to speak to you. Where are you calling us from now, Beth?
I'm calling from Bromley. It's in South London.
Oh, we know Bromley very well.
I've performed at Bromley Theatre a couple of times, actually, that little theatre.
Oh, no way, Churchill Theatre?
Yes, the Churchill Theatre, darling, the Churchill Theatre.
Oh, wow. Yes, I'm quite near that, actually, about 15-minute walk from there.
Oh yeah, I've got friends live around there. It's very sweet, very sweet parts. So Beth, go on. What have you got to tell us today? We're all ears.
Yeah, so basically, my main thing is I've always been single my whole life. I'm 22 now, so yeah, I'd say I've gone about 22 years without a boyfriend. But obviously, I've been at uni the past 4 years. I've sort of seen all my friends get into relationships, breakups, and all of that. Um, and it's been fine for the most part. I think obviously it's natural for anyone now that feel like I'm getting a bit older to sort of panic and be like, am I going to find someone? Will I sort of be on my own forever? um and yeah, it's just sort of navigating it. I wonder if or I panic if the first person I sort of meet is going to be like, oh gosh, is she too much because she's always sort of been on her own, and will I sort of panic because I've never been with anyone? So it's just sort of like navigating that. And I think 20s is definitely a hard time, even though obviously I'm only 22, but I think I panic that I've been single for ages. But I do always try to remind myself that I'm only like second year into my 20s sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Beth, can I just say, first of all, you sound so lovely, and I have to tell you, 22 is so young. You're so incredibly young, and not in a patronizing way, in a way that, like, I was a mess at 22. I was a mess at 27. I was a mess at 32, and I'll just stop there, Beth. But it kept going. Seriously, there is no hurry at all about getting into relationships. If anything, a lot of my friends that got into really serious relationships when they were younger really regret it now, and felt that in that formative time when they should have been getting to know who they are, exploring the world, meeting new people, they felt that they were kind of lumbered in a relationship. And I understand the desire for companionship and to meet a partner, especially if you feel that your friends are doing it. But I just want to affirm in you that there is absolutely no hurry. If you want to get into a relationship, that's great, but you should have absolutely no shame. And another thing you said that really got me was when you were worried about being too much. And I just want to say,
I really heard that.
There will be someone. Never minimize yourself for anyone. I hear a lot of women weirdly saying that. I think it's something that society says, don't be too much. Be more you, and you will meet the person that wants you in all your brilliance and the fullness of who you are as a human being. I think it's beautiful. So never dim your light.
No, you're never going to be I always said this before, you're never going to be too much for the right person. What do you do in terms of dating? Like, do you date a lot? Do you casually date? Are you on the apps? What is, in terms of not having a boyfriend, how far have you got? Have you been seeing people? What does it look like for you?
Yeah, see, I think this is my thing, because all my friends will sort of say to me, like, Beth, she's so outgoing, so chatty, she could talk to anyone. But my biggest fear, literally, I can do almost anything, but my biggest fear is a first date, or definitely like a date on a dating app. I've been on Hinge and whatnot for since you're like sort of 18 and that sort of thing. But I've never, ever gone on a date off of a dating app ever, because I just, for some reason, the sort of like meeting someone without knowing them before, like the apprehension of it being awkward. I just cannot bring myself to do it.
Absolutely get that.
I think it's completely natural. I think we're conditioned now to think that it's normal to see a still image of someone, a couple of weird prompts that the apps ask them, and then feel comfortable enough to go on a date. There's nothing strange about finding that weird. Like, I think a lot of people are really uncomfortable with that. And some people push through it when they don't really even want to. I think don't force yourself into any situations that you're not comfortable with. I think one thing that I've noticed with my friends that's really interesting, and when I was single, I went through this. When I went on a first date, I would actually act quite weirdly, like I was at a job interview or an audition or something. And sometimes a good trick is to go out on a date with other people, with friends. It doesn't even have to just be the two of you. So if you could maybe get your friends to introduce you to someone, if that's what you want, or if you did meet someone maybe in real life, say, do you want to go and hang out with me and my mates? And then you'll probably act more like yourself because you said you have no problem like being confident with your mates, and they'll probably act more like themselves. So you'll both get a much more realistic idea of the person that you're going out with.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Do you socialise a lot? Do you go to the pub after like you've been studying and?
Yeah, I've always gone out. I mean, obviously the perk of being single is that you can go out whenever you want, really, can't you? So at uni, I was definitely, the sort of freshers week, 5 days a week sort of girl, even up until I did an extra year, so I got an extra year of clubbing as well. So yeah, I've always gone out, but yeah, I think it's just always been sort of flings and never been meaningful, basically.
Got it. Sounds like you got a PhD in clubbing there.
Yeah, I know. You were like, I was at uni for an extra year, so I got an extra year of clubbing.
Do you know what? I asked for an extra year because I just love going out.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out of the town.
You're a legend. So you're looking for meaning now. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think that would be nice, especially because I've done sort of my time single. I feel like I'd definitely be ready. I can't see, it's not like I've been in a long-term relationship and sort of like jumping the gun into something new straight away. I feel like I've done enough time to appreciate sort of being with someone now.
Yeah, obviously it's like you're taking it quite seriously then. Maybe going back to the apps. I mean, it is sometimes really hard to meet people, IRL as well. So maybe how can we get you over this sort of like, you feel quite nervous because it is nerve-wracking. I went on a date like not that long ago and I was really nervous. I'm in my 30s now and I've been on a lot of dates. And
she's been on a lot.
I've been on a lot of dates. And I think what I always do is I go for a cheeky little drink with a friend round the corner first.
Right.
I try to do that. And then I always do it near where I live. So I know that like, it's not like I'm in very strange grounds or territory and like trying to find my bearings. I do it somewhere that I feel quite comfortable, nowhere that's too close. So it's not like ruining a special place that I have. But I do it, somewhere where I go occasionally and I feel quite safe in my surroundings. And I know that maybe your friends nearby. And I think it's about maybe getting you into a place where you can do that and put yourself out there, but it's not so overwhelming because it is a really scary thing. And I totally get that. But also, babe, a little bit of uncomfortableness and a bit of awkwardness. Like,
I am a big believer in pushing through because I think we all get really used to our comfort zones, and often the best things I've ever done in my life have been on the other side of discomfort. So it sounds like you've really got life cracked. You've got a really full social life. You had loads of fun at university. This just feels like the missing piece of the puzzle, not the partner, but for your self-confidence to know that you really can do this. So I would put yourself out there and I would push through that discomfort because on the other side, look, dating is not amazing. Like sometimes it can be horrible, but when it's good, it's incredible. And there's nothing like clicking with that person and knowing that it's not just a fling, but that you're going to build something beautiful together and they're going to really get to know you properly and love all of you. So I think because the prize of what you want is so exciting and beautiful, it's worth pushing through that pain barrier as long as you feel safe. And I think Diana had some really nice tips there. I still like my idea of if it's really scary and you're really not doing it, suggest going out in a group with friends. I think it's a way to just take the pressure off. And so you feel more like you in those situations.
Absolutely. I think also really comforting is they're going to feel nervous as well.
Yes.
It's just not just you. You're both going to feel a bit nervous. And also, I always think, what is the worst thing that can really happen? Or it could be a bit awkward conversation. And actually, maybe being vulnerable in that moment and saying, you know what, I'm actually really quite nervous. And laying that out on the table and being open and honest. And I bet you any money they would go, you know what, me too. And I actually ask a lot of questions when I'm feeling nervous. And I go, do you date a lot? Like, how do you find the apps? It's like, you don't have to ignore the fact that you both are strangers that have met on an app. It's about actually getting stuck in and being like, this is why we're here. Tell me about your experience of it.
Yeah, and just being yourself.
But yeah, being curious and just,
Is any of this resonating, or does any of this sound possible, or are you listening to us being like, I could never do any of that? How are you feeling right now?
No, not at all. I mean, I agree completely with what you're saying, because I think for me, it is just sort of like breaking that barrier and sort of like seeing for myself, like, it's really not that bad. And the thing is, what like I kick myself at is I literally know that if I went on a date, it really couldn't be that bad, because I'm chatty as I am. Actually, especially more in like scary situations, I feel like I panic talk even more. So I know myself, like on a date, I would be making conversation and I would be sort of asking those questions. But as you say, it's just sort of like getting yourself outside of your comfort zone and sort of doing something that would be unknown to me, seeing as like I don't go on dates.
Yeah. I think maybe also what I do is I write a few questions down in advance, just a cheeky like little 5 questions on my phone, just so I have a bit of somewhere to go
really
to
clever.
if I get a bit dry.
I do notice on dates people love being asked questions, and I'm like you, Beth. I find it really easy to get nervous and rabbit on, and so that's a really good idea, Diana, to have a couple of questions to go like, tell
Put
me
it back
about
on
this.
them if you're a bit nervous and you feel that you overshare, and that also is what makes you nervous, because we know what we're like, we know what we do. Then maybe think, you know what, I'll put it on them a little bit. I'll ask them questions. I'll make them talk, so then I don't find myself in a position where I'm oversharing. You know?
I feel like you've really got this.
Yeah,
I want you to go. I want you to go on a date. Put yourself out there. Whatever you're comfortable with, and I'd love you to get back in touch with us and let us know how it goes, because you just sound great. I don't think you have anything to be worried about.
Yeah, I'd love to go down with you to the pub and have a chat, babe.
Great fun.
You're really good fun.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, good luck with
It's our pleasure and good luck. You sound brilliant, and just have fun.
Yeah, have a nice
It should be
time.
fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
Take care, darling.
My very best.
Yeah,
Bye.
just go for it.
Bye, hon. Bye.
Bye.
Aww.
I love Beth.
I love Beth. I think that she's got bags of personality.
Yeah, she sounds great.
I do get it. It is really nerve-wracking, that whole thing.
It's not natural.
No.
It's a modern weird thing, because there's so many people in cities. It's so hard to meet people. Like back in the day when we all lived in small villages, you'd be like, well, that's the guy I'm going to marry.
Exactly.
And now it's weird, because especially she lives in Bromley, right? She lives in the inner city. It's so strange because there's so many people. You're passing people all the time, but it's hard to actually connect. And I get the difficulty in passing from like hookup stage to actually moving into something more meaningful. I think it's an issue that loads of people have. And I loved what you said to her when you were like, just say you're nervous. And I bet you they'll say they're nervous back. Everyone is scared of going on dates. It's not a natural thing. I just think we all need to be more honest about how we're feeling, and hopefully podcasts like this
can really help people
break down barriers.
And when there's like, I'm afraid of being too much.
That means someone has said to her at one point in her life, you're too much.
I've thought that sometimes.
You are too much.
You are too
You are too much.
I was going to say, listen, Jack's been loved.
Beth.
Jack's got someone that loves him. And so we all have hope.
He's probably even me, even someone as awful as me has a partner.
You're the most amazing, spectacular person.
But
we've got big personalities.
That is true. If I can find someone that can handle me.
Exactly.
Everyone's fine.
But it's like, I don't think, like we said, we're never too much for the...
You just have to find someone with low enough self-esteem.
Exactly. Yeah, I get worried that sometimes I was like, do I have unrelenting standards? I don't think I do.
No.
I think I listen to some people and I think you've got really unrelenting standards.
No, I've met some of your guys. I think your standards could go a little bit higher.
Yeah, and then you feel crazy for like, you ask for a certain thing and then they make you feel like you're asking too much. And I'm like, you know what? No, that's just like the bare minimum, to be honest.
Yeah, like my standards are like, can you drive? Are you funny? And will you buy me dinner?
Yeah.
My boyfriend can't even drive.
Oh, there we go.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3, honey.
Wait a minute, has he even bought me dinner?
Yeah, he bought you dinner. I'm sure.
He does
he
all
bought
the time.
pizza the other day. He got those pizzas.
He buys you dinner.
Shall not be named. Yeah, I think it's just really, really hard out there. And I think that in order to meet someone, you do need to put yourself out
You've
there.
got to push it. Love is on the other side of pain.
It is on pain. Yeah.
Well, not pain's too
That
strong a word.
pain.
Discomfort.
I need to go on some dates.
Hey, let's do this. Listen.
Why don't you have anyone to set me up with?
There are no straight men out there.
Where are they?
I think they're on an island somewhere. I've got an idea. I'm going to get Beth's number and you and her can double date.
I know, although I'm about a decade older than her. So I don't know if that,
Yeah, but it might look like two parents are out with two younger people.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have been a young mum. Could have been a young mum.
Would I have to go to Bromley?
Bromley's great.
I love Bromley, but I'm just thinking about the commute.
Yeah, you're going to have to commute.
Right. Actually, there's some very sweet pubs in Bromley. I've got a best friend that lives in Bromley, and
there
I like
go.
it around there.
We have just sorted Beth's problems and Diana's.
Exactly. Double dated in Bromley. It is time for 30-second solutions. Okay, Jenny. My friend always forgets their wallet when we go out to eat. Forgets. Do I keep covering them or do I say something?
Cut them loose.
Yeah, it's not good.
I've had a couple of friends like that in my life.
Yeah, me too.
And it's this weird victim mentality of I shouldn't have to pay, or entitlement. Absolutely cut them loose. I think it's indicative of a really nasty personality trait.
You don't know that they could be really struggling, but I would just have it out and say, listen, I have noticed this, what is going on here, because I don't mind occasionally helping you, but
I've had times when I'm broke, I tell people and they sort me out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
But honesty is the best policy. Stop making it up, because then you just look a bit rude. Because can I just say one more thing? I know we've gone past 30 seconds. Because then it's then like you're not being honest. I'd prefer someone's been more vulnerable with me, and then I can go, you know what, babe, I can't really afford that at the moment now either. So no, let's just not see each other. Bye. Okay, next one. Charlie, is it disrespectful if your partner constantly likes thirst traps of other people on Instagram, or is it just harmless scrolling?
This is absolutely not okay.
Bullshit.
It's not okay. I followed people that I thought were attractive when I was single. And now every now in my feed, one of them comes up and I delete them every time I see them because I'm in a committed relationship now.
No, unless they're really, really, really famous and you're also interested in their career as well or something like that. You know, we're all going to follow Jacob Elordi had it. No, if you're liking them, no. Last one, Boris. Hello, Boris. Me and my boyfriend are long distance and he never makes the effort to call me, even though he knows I like keeping in touch with him via a call every so often. Is that a red flag or do I just need to get over it?
The red flags are also keeping in touch every so often. You're not asking for much.
I know, like a call. No, I'm not doing it. It has to be balanced. If it's not a balanced relationship, I think that's really unhealthy. And it's just not right. There's a massive red flag in your face, darling, and you need to run.
I believe this comes down to something deeper, which is your partner fulfilling you, and are you being honest with your needs?
And it's no.
It's a no.
That's it for this week's episode of Just Between Us, the podcast with all of the answers some of the time. If you've got a story for us, please email it to us at justinbieber.com.
Leave that in.
Please email us at justbetweenus@metro.co.uk.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at JBUPod for all the behind the scenes chaos and fun extra bits. Also, make sure that you subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Until next time, keep it messy, keep it honest, and remember, it's just between us.